Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth. Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. Gunther, Sammy. Uso on Uso. And you got the six-pack with the Judgment Day, Miz, and Gargano and New Day, right? And then Bianca, and then you got Jade Cargill, which everybody's waiting to see what's going to go on with Dakota Kai and the Damage Control crew, right? And then you got Mysterio and Dragon Lee, Escobar, and then you got Dominic Mysterio. What better, like I don't care what night 2 is. This is the night. This card here this is enough for me. Night 2, I'm sure, is Roman versus Cody on top, and Seth versus Drew McIntyre probably. So those two, yeah. But right here, this is a complete. To me, I'm gonna enjoy night 1, and I don't know that I'll peek out night 2 because I want to see what happens with Rock and Roman, right? Where it goes, but the Usos, I'm looking forward to Uso on Uso. Like, every time you see Uso on Uso, right? And then Rhea, I'm a giant Judgment Day and a Rhea Ripley fan. So I think Becky Lynch works no harder than any other when it's WrestleMania time. Gunther, he's really come on. I mean, I worked him as Walter right before he went and was signed with WWE Walter. And then you got El Generico, Sami Zayn. El Generico. Remember you don't remember, but Raymond remembers El Generico, right? Sami Zayn, who they're killing it. Like in the clips I'm seeing, and like a little bit whenever I turn on. I mean, Gunther's really coming into it like superstar stat. I don't know who he drug out. I had it on mute because I was doing something. I don't know if it was Sami Zayn's bro who he drug out, like beat up just recently, and Sami Zayn was in there. But I'm looking forward to this. I really am. How this breaks down. How Cody and Seth will get along with each other in the ring, and how Rock and Roman will get along. That's a whole other story there, And then, of course, I'm a big Judgment Day fan, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. So I'm really, and I love New Day. Kofi is one, and Xavier, two of the most respectful, nicest guys that go out of the way. And then you got Austin Theory, and I like Grayson Waller, Australian, right? So nice guy. He comes to all the shows, even when he's not. He's in WWE, signed a contract, but he'll still show up in Kissimmee and support people and watch things when he's on another level and climbing the top. So, it's a guy that loves wrestling, So, I'm always going to respect that. And, of course, Bianca Belair, she's a beast. And Jade, I just curious to see what all this time, just what all this time in NXT, how much she's evolved or developed from her AEW days, which are very limited and obviously due of lack of experience and knowing anything about professional wrestling, but now like with some time in NXT and all that, well, where it goes. So there's a lot of exciting things, and Rey Mysterio's never a letdown. Anytime you see Rey Mysterio, never let down, and and Dominic, he's really coming to his own. So you got your dad on one end, you got the son on the other end. This is a very exciting card to me, and I'm very looking forward to night 1. I truly am. This is stacked, jacked, and packed, however you want to look at it, whatever you want to call it. I'm excited for night 1. For me, I'm telling you, I had already glimpsed at it this morning when I was eating my eggs at like 7 a.m. or 6 a.m.
How many eggs?
3 egg whites, half a cup. 3 eggs, half a cup of egg whites with a bunch of cream of wheat. It was good though. I love the breakfast part of my diet plan. This is the rest of the day. I struggle eating the rest of the day. Asparagus and my pea stinks all the time now. And I don't know. There's a lot of weird things going on with that whole diet. Here we go. Sunday, night 2, WrestleMania 40 card. What we got?
We have Roman versus Cody. Then Seth versus Drew McIntyre. Women's is Evo Sky and Bayley.
Yeah.
Then we have the United States Championship Triple Threat, Logan Paul and Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and then there's Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits.
Oh shit! Go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I find Karrion Kross. He slid back. All right, he slid back in there. All right, I didn't know that he was back. I seen him putting videos up, and his hair is long, and he's really dieted down. But I didn't realize he slid back up into the groove of things. I haven't watched the show, so all right. So, but. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Is Akeem and are they the Indian fellas? Is that the Indian dudes?
Final Testament.
No, the authors of Pain.
No, they look.
Okay.
They look slightly small. Those big old white looking
Oh, I don't know. I don't know because I haven't really like that last thing. Like I didn't even know Karrion Kross. I've seen his things, but I didn't realize he was back, and I'm super excited about that because I'm he's a great guy. I love that dude. He's like him and his wife are like really cool people. Like so all right. So you got Roman and Cody Rhodes, right? So everybody's been waiting for that. They give you a sample. I don't know what story they tell night one. I think night one is going to reflect what goes on in night two. Whatever stories they tell, that I don't know. Like so, you got to watch night two because of I'm sure night one is going to set up night two in some kind of sense. They're going to cliffhanger you and bring you over. So then you got Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, which Drew has nothing to do on night one. So that's just straightforward. They are mad at, and Drew wants to beat up Seth for whatever reason, and then Seth says Drew's a spotlight whore or whatever, and or vice versa. Drew called him that, and he said he's really that, whatever. So I saw some of that. The women's, I really could pass on. No offense, ladies. Triple threat. Logan Paul is very exciting. Randy Orton's tremendous, and Kevin Owens is great. So that has the potential to be really good. LA Knight and AJ Styles. I don't know. I love AJ. LA Knight's cool, but. And then Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, Montez and Angelo and Karen. I mean, it's interesting. It's all interesting, but to me, night one is still the draw for me. Like night one has my attention. Now, night one, what it'll do is probably bait me for night two. They'll set up things where, of course, I'm gonna have to see what happens with Roman and Cody, because like whatever happens in night one, and maybe something from Seth even bleeds over. Maybe Drew runs in and he's involved in that tag. Who knows what happens there? Maybe he comes in and he drags Seth Rollins out and it leaves poor Cody in there by himself with The Rock and Roman, and then maybe Rock and Roman are gonna get in a fight over who's gonna end fucking Cody's life, and then there's a big fallout. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna weed their way or get through that drama, but so I'm sure night one, just glance at the two cards, you're going to go, I'm drawing the night one. But I'm sure night one is definitely going to set it up to where you're going to have to watch night two. So looks like I'm going to lose about 40 hours of my weekend on WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania 40 is probably 40 hours of this card. Like they just tend to drag it on with all this stuff. I get it. It's the hoopah, this and that. But 2 nights of it can be a bit much, and I could never do it in person. So my hat's off to you. I don't know what your draw is to go there and see the person. It's much better for me to watch it on TV where I can actually see the work and appreciate the work and not get caught up in the, oh my gosh, this night's dragging and I got to get an Uber out of here. I'm never going to get back to my room. And like, oh, there's a party going on here. Oh, come over here. Yeah, see, I'm not, that don't little me, but night one, if you lined them up side by side, night one, I'm going to go, if I had to pick and say I can only see one, I'm going to say night one. But once you watch night one, I'm sure all the hooks and the setups are going to make you have to watch night two. But if they put them side by side and said you only get to watch one night, I'm going to go on night one.
Yeah.
But it looks like a very exciting WrestleMania 40. It looks like it's going to be WrestleManias are never really a letdown in any kind of way. I just, it's like the Super Bowl in football. Commercials are cool and everything. You get drawn it, but that also gets long. But 2 nights of WrestleMania, it's like having 2 Super Bowl nights. Like it could get you be like, all right, it's just tough for me the 2 nights.
I would say it's more like kind of like March Madness or something where it's like.
Yeah, but it's all
different games. But
yeah, well, like night one builds.
Because it's not like the same team.
Yeah, well, because they're eliminations and people are moving up in brackets, so that's
maybe
different.
I don't know.
But night one will set up night two, I'm sure for sure, where you'll want to watch. At least the last 2 matches are going to be set up in night one to make you want to come back and watch night two. Well, you want to watch it anyways.
Main event.
Yeah, the main event, right? So Cody and Roman. So, but. Definitely night one is gonna hook you to make sure you come back for night two. All right.
We'll see.
If they know what they're doing, and I'm sure they do.